Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a blessed day. It's been a few days since Easter, and I just figured I had something I just had to bring up. So, Easter and Christmas, coincidentally, are probably our lowest attendance days at our church. We generally have around 25 or so adults on a full day, and that's generally not the case on Easter. And I just think it's so telling of the culture that we live in, because even though we have the Christian church in the United States, it is still such a me movement, because of all days that you should be at the church worshiping God, you would think that the day celebrating his resurrection would be it. And I'm not one of those people that thinks that like God only abides in a church, because God abides in the temple of us now when we are believers. But we're called to congregate, we're called to be together, to worship, to study his word, all these things, to be thankful, to pray together. And of all the days, why would Easter, or the Resurrection Day, however you want to call it, how would that be the one day that, well, I need to just go and spend it with family? Because that's the excuse that I hear, is that, I spent the day with family, Easter. And when you go and listen to some of these interviews that people will have with youth, asking them what they think the Resurrection Day is about, what Easter is about, they'll say Easter. Oftentimes what you hear is, oh, it's about family. I'm going to tell you right now that the resurrection is not about family. Is there byproducts from there? I guess you could make some side arguments for it, sure. But the resurrection is about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I don't know why that is such a hot take. The fact that we would have to keep that as our center of focus on that day of all days. It's just very strange to me that's the day that people will choose to visit family, to do other things. And it's not that you shouldn't do those things, but why is church the secondary in all of that? Why is being with the body of believers and celebrating the resurrection of our Lord not the primary focus of the day, and then the other things secondary? I can see having a celebratory dinner with family, or a celebratory barbecue, whatever you want to do. But I can guarantee you that 99% of the people who say, well, I spent the day with family, I guarantee you 99% of them, Jesus was not the center of focus. I just guarantee it. I know there's outliers to that. I know there's always going to be an exception, but the exception is not the rule. And it just seems sad to me that Easter is not celebrated as it should be. And I'm just, like everything else, this all starts from the parents. This all starts from how somebody is raised. If they are raised with an importance of what this day is, they're going to remember that when they get older, and hopefully if they have a faith, that will be their primary. But if they're raised thinking that, well, Easter is just another day for a barbecue and some beer, I guess that's what it ends up being. Just something to think about. Talk to you all later. Hope you have a blessed day.